Alright guys, here I've got my 2005 GSXR 600, and this is the first bike I ever owned, and I still have it. I bought it brand new in 2005. Got a fair amount of miles on it. The odometer says something like 25,000, but it actually does have more than that because I ran it a lot without an odometer. It was a stunt bike. I decided I'm going to fix it up, so I've got a second gas tank, which is actually up here. There you can see the second gas tank. Bodywork's done on it. I'm going to actually have it painted to match the rest of this color scheme, this black and silver. And I put, unfortunately this side here you can see is damaged. Right down there. I laid it down with the passenger. I wasn't even being stupid. I just took a turn and got in some gravel. They stunk. It was a neighbor lady. It was the first ride she'd ever been on. I'm sure she'll never ride a motorcycle again. Anyway, so I don't think I'm going to replace that panel. You can see the little bit of damage there down on the case, that case cover down there for the stator. No big deal. That side, you know, the kickstand's on that side. So today's video is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this Yoshimura exhaust and cut it down. Probably about like that. So first step is I got to choose whether I want to cut from the top, like cut this top off, or like cut the bottom off and then redo this. I got some new rivets that I'll be putting in. The other thing I want to think about is this. Do I want to reuse this? You can see it's got some scratches. This bike's been laid down on this side as well. Nothing serious, just like doing slow wheelies in parking lots, stuff like that, dropping it. And I also need a new license plate bracket. But anyway, I'm going to start with this. So I'm going to go through and show you start to finish how I'm going to cut this down. Okay, I think I've got it figured out how I'm going to cut this down. I'm going to go ahead and cut the top off. So from here to here will be discarded. And reuse the end cap in this band, of course. This tag actually ends up, it's 4 inches. So what I can do is I've got probably 5 1/4 inches here, so I'll just move this tag down here and re-rivet it. I think that'll look pretty good. And what I'm going to do is cut this to 9 inches. That gives me 1.5 inches away from this band, which is more than enough to accommodate for this metal band and the end cap. So I'm going to get this disassembled and set up for cutting. The pipe's now off the bike, and the first step is to remove these rivets. And the tools that you'll need is maybe some vice grips, needle nose pliers for sure, and a drill gun. I'm just going to use a hand drill with a 1/4 inch bit. These are they may be metric, but as far as I can tell, they're 3/16 rivets. So I'll do this one right here. Basically, what you want to do is you just want to kind of drill it out, and then it'll fall apart. Yeah, I need to go a little deeper. And there I can see it's just starting to fall apart. Let's take my pliers. This is kind of the tricky part. You got to get a grip of these bad boys and peel them out. Also, you might need to hammer on them just a little bit to free them up. There, a bit. Now hopefully I can get a grip and pull it off. There it goes. If I drilled a little deeper, it probably would have been a little bit easier, but there you get the idea. The thing you want to avoid is you don't want to drill, I'd rather work on it a little bit rather than drill through this band and weaken the band. I'll do one more real quick. Try to do this one more effectively. We'll do this top one. Tighten my vise. I got this in a vise. That's pretty close. More. There. See, that one just popped out. So some of them will just pop out. Other ones you might have to work on a little bit. I'm going to go around and do the whole thing. Alright, here's the band, and it popped out. And one thing I just wanted to bring up is you want to note the orientation of this. So I know that this one, because it's messed up, is on the outside of the pipe, but I went ahead and marked it anyway with a black circle magic marker. Then I put 2 arrows telling me that that points towards the back. Just mark it however it makes sense to you so you remember how to put it back together. Now here I've got an 1/8 inch punch, and all I've got to do is just pop out the remaining pieces of the rivets, and hopefully this will just pull out now. But it might take a bit of work, and I might actually do it off camera because it is bound up. Let me make sure I didn't miss a rivet. You can hear them rattling around in there. It must be on the inside. So it won't come off right like this, so I'm going to do it off camera and then tell you how I did it. Alright guys, here's the deal. I can't get this out. It appears to be glued on this side here, or in the inside. I've tried a couple of different things. I haven't worked on it too hard, but I can't get it out. So I thought about, I could just re-rivet that, no big deal, or something rattling in there, but whatever. I thought about popping these out and doing this side, but it looks like it's glued too. So I think either way it's going to be a bit of a chore. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and chop it down to size. I'll then work on prying this off. I might have to cut it a little bit and peel it out. And if I'm wrong about all this, this pipe will be ruined. So here's to hoping for the best. I used some painter's tape to mark off where I'm going to cut it. And what I did is I took my tape measure and a pen and just marked like here and then up here, and then went all the way around and stitched out some lines, and then wrapped the tape around, and the lines are on this side. I'll be cutting right down this, and that's 9 inches. So I'm going to use a parting wheel or wafer wheel, basically an angle grinder, and start cutting this down. That should give me a nice square edge all the way around. Here's this back piece that I couldn't get out, so I just split it down the middle, and then this piece pops right out. I'll go ahead and clean this up and get it ready to install. Here's how it all turned out so far. That's the inside of the pipe. I kind of just peeled this back a little bit because the insert's going to go inside here, and tucked it in. You can see the various layers. I just filed this as smooth as I could, make it flush so it'll look nice. Here's the end cap, and then that's going to go on like this, and it's a pretty tight fit, so I'll probably have to tap it in with a mallet. What I'm going to do, the hard part is lining these holes up, because I'm going to have to drill these blind. I'm going to use this bracket as a template. I've already kind of got an idea in my mind of where everything lines up. On top of that, I put little blue marks for every hole. And what I'll do is drill a real small hole to figure out about where I am. I'll then just kind of step up the bits and then work my way around. So I'll start from the center, pop a rivet, go over, rivet, and then just go out from there, riveting. Alright, so I've got a rivet up here. I'm going to show you how I'm locating these holes. I'm going to pull down on this band real tight. I got a mark over here that's slightly faded, but I can still see it. And I'm using a real small 1/16 inch bit just to find the hole. Okay, so I'm in it. Oh, that stinks. I just busted that bit. It must have got caught in that tempered steel. It's okay. I got another one. Now I'm going to step up to an 1/8 inch bit. And what's happening is the drill bit is not only catching on the steel inside, but it's getting caught in the that cale wool or whatever that packing is, that exhaust packing, so you'll want to be aware of that. Then I'm going to go ahead and step up to the 3/16 bit. And go real slow with this one. There we go. The bit actually centers itself, which is pretty nice once you go through. Now, I'm going to take one of my 3/16 rivets, and they are a tight fit, which I like. That's what she said. Grab some pliers here to push this in. Okay. Take my rivet gun. I'm going to hold this band tight while I'm using the rivet gun. There it is. It's nice and snug. And I'll do the rest off camera, but I'm just going to go all the way around down to the bottom. It's looking pretty good. All my rivets are installed, and it looks really good, minus this nick here where I wrecked a little bit. There's the rivets going around. I went ahead and polished it up a little bit. It's got some fingerprints. I'll finish it up on the bike. There's the back of it. Noticeable weight difference. I'm going to go put it on the bike, and then we'll install the Yoshimura tag and see what it sounds like. Here's the weight of the pipe before the chop. 4 pounds, 5.3 ounces. Here's what it weighs after the chop. 2 pounds, 9.7 ounces. Here I've got the pipe installed on the bike. I think it looks great. It turned out better than I was expecting. This all turned out perfect, nice and tight. The last thing I'm going to do is attach this kind of mangled emblem here. That's okay. So I'll drill 2 1/8-inch holes. I'll drill this one, pop rivet it. These are 1/8-inch pop rivets. These ones are 3/16, remember? Then I'll fasten this one. Then I'm going to get someone to help me to hold that down nice and tight so that it follows the contour of the pipe. Then I'll drill and rivet these one at a time as well. That'll pull it nice and tight to the carbon fiber. Just to demonstrate how this is done real quick, I'm going to hold this tight. It's also got an adhesive on the back. I forgot to mention that. Go ahead and drill. Get yourself a pop rivet. Put the pop rivet in the rivet gun. Press that in. There we go. Again, I'll have someone help me to hold this down, do the bottoms. Alright, here's the finished product. Exhaust is smoking a little bit. I was just warming the bike up because I'm going to fire it up for you guys. That's what it looks like from the back. It's definitely a lot stubbier. And this is a great stunt trick, you know, if you're wrecking your bike all the time. Having that out of the way helps a ton. Alright, so I'll fire it up for you guys. Let me put you on the tripod. Alright, so there you have it. Sounds pretty sweet. Compared to what it was with the stock setup, where it was twice as long at least, even more. You know, I cut a ton off that pipe. It's a lot louder. I mean, not a ton, but I noticed a significant difference. And you can see the bike's running a little bit rich right now. It's not completely warmed up, and it's actually about 25 degrees right now as I'm filming. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and please subscribe, like, comment if you have any questions about this build. I try to be as thorough as possible, but I probably missed something, so just let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Alright guys, take her easy.